Ugh. Oh, God, how am I tired? This doesn't make sense. Hey, what's up, Kith? Yeah, like I got up at like hold on, let me check. Let me check my numbers. I mean, I slept like 7 hours, but I did get up at like 2, so and it's 9 now. I don't know. I feel like I need 9 hours. I think I'm one of those, which sucks. Yeah, it's true. Getting a healthy amount, it do be healthy. You made a video game, would I try it? I don't know if it looked good, probably. You made a mod of a game, would I try it? I don't know if it looked good, probably. I mean, it also depends on, like, the game. Like, I'm not gonna, you know... actually, kind of racking my brain for examples. Is there a mod that could get me to reinstall Fallout 3? I'm not sure that there is. But I know, like, I'm probably gonna reinstall Fallout 4 to try Fallout London, see how that is. Shit post about the game that Psy constantly... Oh, fucking, yeah, I don't remember the name of it either. I forget it all the time because it's such a generic name. Speaking of generic names, I guess there's not really any generic names in this game. There's still music playing. Hello? There we go. So what, the entertainment. Ah, so like, okay. Because there's like these like interludes or whatever in between acts. So I'm not starting Act 3 here. I think I'm in like the in-between. Because the limits and demonstrations thing was the art exhibit, I think, if I remember correctly. That bit with the art exhibit where everyone was looking around like, wow, look at that. The art exhibit of that one lady whose name I don't remember, but I would recognize her if I saw her. The entertainment. Finally. After how many years of streaming have I been doing? Like 2? Finally we get to the entertainment. Oh no. I've been stood up again. So where the bar fly? Yeah, do be an ashtray. Remember something trivial about the prior evening. Looks up suddenly. No, I disagree. Unless that's me. Wait. No, yeah, that's me. A Lexington Herald. Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of neat how the lighting is changing here based on what I look at. Can I see the light? Oh, that's actually just a studio light. What the hell? Roadside Tavern in Central Kentucky. Being presented like a script. I guess the rest of the game is also kind of presented this way. Are we on stage right now? Act 1 sound cues. How's Kentucky Route Zero? It's odd. Honestly, I'm like, what, like 3 hours into it, and I'm still not really sure what to make of it. It's very weird and conceptual. Just kind of unclear what the concepts are. Well, there's some concepts that are like, it's unclear how the concepts kind of like pan out. I guess I should just be listening to these people. It's so quiet. Wonder why the light changes blue. Uh, Forgets. Okay. I just realized we've got a brick sandwich or a cinder block sandwich. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I've just never seen holes like that in a brick. It's a high school drama final project. As someone who had a high school drama final project, I can tell you mine was better than this. It's true. It's better than a knuckled sandwich, I guess. A brick sandwich. I don't know. Is it better though? Bricks have holes like that for insulation. Ah, I see. There's another brick sandwich over there. What are they talking about? Are they still talking about hotel living? Are they just like not? I think they're still talking about this. I think they like pause when I look away. Oops. I've got some guy named Ted. There's so many people in this game. Never really sure who I'm supposed to like spend brain time, brained brain time thinking about. Nope. No, no, don't mind me. I'm just. Are people talking about bricks? Yeah, we got a brick sandwich. Can I look down and see it, please? Yeah, we got a brick sandwich here at the table, and there's also one being. I don't know why it's so snappy sometimes. There's also one being served over there. For some reason, I don't. The Boys from Hard Times. Oh man, I love that website. He's just staring at me. Oh, never mind. Maybe he was just checking to see if I'm enjoying my brick sandwich. Which I'm not. I haven't taken a single bite. There's more bricks there on the table. Sandwiches. Rain's Law. What the fuck are we talking about? I feel like I'm supposed like there's not really anything for me to do here other than look at things. And it seems like everything else other than their conversation and like the sound machine, the jukebox, which doesn't even, well, it focuses on it, but I don't think the jukebox is doing anything anymore. Hostess, seats, points out specials, cocktails, chicken. Talking about good Christian women. I'm gonna be honest, I've met many Christian women. I'm not sure how many of them were good. Some, surely. This is some real screenplay shit. They're adding parentheses before the fucking line. And using words like sardonic. At some point, it's going to randomly cut to black and send me to the act selection screen. I mean, probably, yeah. Hmm. We've got some people reminiscing about being washed has-beens. No, there was no... You could not hear any of that dialogue at all. It's just like very, very... Like, I don't have my volume down. It's incredibly quiet. And very faint. Oh, hey, the TV is on. This is my favorite show. One time I looked in, like, I was walking home, and one time I looked in, you know, I just glanced through my neighbor's window, and he had this fucking big TV that just faced, like, the window. And I just glanced in, and he was just staring at, like, a white screen. It was pretty funny. Well, I mean, it wasn't at all. It was kind of weird, actually, but in retrospect, it was funny. Just getting flashbanged. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. I'm not going to church. Let me talk. Is it the same thing? Oh no, they're talking about the TV program. They just wrapped back around to the good Christian woman phrase. Wish I could see what's on the TV that they're apparently talking about. Oh, Pearl's here. Okay. It's Salt in the How dare you? I got a newspaper. Some rumors about the whiskey. 40 cents a gallon. Could you imagine? Quality hammers. Man, if only I knew any of these characters. Or even if this was just voiced. Wonder if they're going to be sardonic again. Oh, there's that looking dejected again. Some band called Junebug. Gonna head west. Okay. Man. You know, usually, like, as a, if you're put in the position of a barfly or a fly on the wall, usually it's for the purposes of, like, I don't know, really laying out some interesting shit, like introducing some characters from a perspective that you wouldn't normally be able to just dump the players into or the viewers. I don't know why I couldn't have been one of these characters. Like the bartender. It's a slice of life. Yeah, it is. Because then that would just be a cutscene. Yeah, as opposed to this, which is a brick sandwich. Yeah, immersive gameplay. That's in the Bible. Yeah, okay. Oh, that lady had hamburglar arms, but that's the loaf of the bread bag. I did not see that until you said it. Just one hamburglar arm? Or I guess maybe that would her visible arm, there would be her left arm, and we ignore her actual left arm. What about me? What about the bar? Why can't I say something? Or are we done? You know, since this is like kind of presented as theater, it would be very interesting to like turn around and like see the audience and just okay, this is interesting. What the fuck are you people like? I guess there's a reason most of these seats are empty. We've moved forward in time, I assume. Uh, oh, is that probably the person running the sound, I guess? Oh, okay. There's, isn't that, what's her face? The lady whose name I still don't remember, the exhibit lady? Now they're talking about the script. Imagine imagine you went to go see some theater show and there's just like a barfly character who doesn't say a word during like any of the scenes, but is there the whole time just staring back at you. That would actually be awesome. Like the bleak irony of the entertainment. Oh, they're reading some review. Someone's calling me. Your voice performance as dejected bartender Harry is convincing, but this is not a role into which an actor can project much power. The audience pities him without ever really knowing why. Indeed, despite the cast's well-rounded portrayals, sparks only fly once or twice. Billy Hook, Louisville Times. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a fair review. I mean, there's like nothing happening here. You can play the most realistic or accurate portrayal of a character as you like, but if they don't do anything, well, that's kind of a thing, isn't it? Or not a thing. Yeah, they talked about him walking to New Orleans, and the other lady was gonna move out west, come like a work at a bank or some shit. Oh, more sardonicism. That's good. Not enough of that. That's like the 5th time that's come up in the script. Wonder what happened if I see what, oh, okay. Well, if I flip my DPI to like 16,000, this is actually a little better. I'll just leave it at like 1600. Uh, oh, she's waiting off. I see. Can I like I know I'm actually, this is student theater. I'm probably not even being paid for this, but like, can I leave? Distant Highway, Drone 3. Yeah, okay. Scowls at a memory of unkind word. Remembers, considers retorts to perceived slights. Remembers arguments, forgets specifics. Scans forecast. Tries to remember days of week. Considers past or future thunderstorm. Scratches absently at the table. Silently repeats prayer to stupor. I wish I could see the forecast. Hmm. Well, I do like the concept of like I like the concept of like this lighting thing where wherever the barfly is looking is where the lighting is focused and where like the action of the scene happens. But it's also like still being very heavily like no matter how hard I look at like, you know, this or that or this thing, I still like can just like nothing's gonna happen over there. I still have to go back to whatever is next in the actual script. And there's also like the things that are happening are not really happening things. Reckoning? Are you talking about December 21st? The glowing exit sign in the back of the room. Yeah, it really beckons to me, that exit sign. I know it's still glowing behind me. Boiled owl in the corner. Man, what the hell? Talking about me. I'm not a boiled owl. I'm like roasted with like olive oil. Uh, oh, Pearl's her daughter. And so Pearl's leaving them, okay. Ugh. The band here? Please, for the love of God, bring the band here. Okay, the song is playing, but it's also like immeasurably quiet. Like, you know, my volume is exactly the same as it was last stream. I'll even turn it up a smidge. But if I like crank the volume, all of the UI sounds are just gonna be like, whoa, whoa. Oh, we had a sober thing instead of a sardonic thing. That's cool. Ted's, yeah, okay. Yeah, motherfuckers be drunk. Okay. They face each other when they're talking. That's kind of weird. Made of sweat, blood, and beer. Hmm. Oh, maybe eventually. Wow. Some good communication with this couple. Where is Junebug? That is what I want to know. Well, I'm excited for a reckoning. That sounds exciting. Junebug gonna come in with like a machine gun? Or, I don't know. The power of God? Well, that was some worry there. That was good. All people are moving. Hmm. Hmm. So maybe this, hmm. Wait, he sold? Did he sell the building? I didn't actually catch that. Oh, he sold the debt. Okay. Yeah, so there was that, and because he sold the debt, he was just letting people drink. There was that whole thing. And then there was the lady who was annoyed with her parents like not uh not making anything of themselves, basically, because she said she was like 11 years behind the till at the supermarket and being told maybe she'll get a promotion, and she was already like gray haired, so she's clearly like, you know, at least middle aged. So there was that. And there was the lady who just wanted her husband to like cheat so that she'd have like an excuse to break off with him. There's a lot of like resentment. And then the laser skeleton, who I guess was that was the reckoning. That was the guy from the whiskey company. Is that glowing eye the guy from Rez? I have no idea. Alright, Act 3. What do they put in the whiskey to make a man glow like that? Probably like, I don't know, something you find in a cave. Oh, is this that couple again? 83 and sunny now. Looks like you're gonna get up on 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and on 103 in E-Town. E-Town? On a cloud inside, get out those parasols. Oh yeah, they said they put the debt in the whiskey. Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit. You're headed to work on 31. You are late. Oh no, this is... okay. So this is Lisette, huh? This is who Conway was talking about the whole last time before. Is like... so she runs the, like, antique business and is also... maybe, like, his partner or his wife or his girlfriend. I actually don't know. He refers to her as Lisette, so it's probably not his wife. I don't know. It's kind of unclear what their relationship is, I think. Just a little sugar, please. Now you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Well, you know. Oh, did you have some bad dreams? Up on a roof, Ira and I and Charlie eating a light supper. I was drinking sweet tea. Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses, closely packed, huge sidewalks. Must have been a... what's that word? Other houses, closely packed, huge sidewalks? A subdivision? Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday? Or when would the sun set? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up and Ira told him to watch his step. Then I remembered. Woke up before I could stop him. Oh, this is like a nightmare based on something that happened? Charlie maybe actually died by falling off a roof. I always told him to test each tile with a heel first. If it's a heel, you can kick it back and still put your toe on something solid when the tile slips. Remember your lessons. He just wanted to study his... what was it called? Probably his astronomy if he was getting on the roof. I don't know why he would go on a roof to study aviation. Maybe he's plane spotting, but you don't need to do that from a rooftop. Planes are kind of... that distance, at that distance, it's not really much of a difference. You still probably need, like, binoculars. Astronomy. I mean, I guess... I don't know. I guess planes are also just kind of in the sky as well. So maybe it's just... I guess what you really get on the roof for is to just, like, get around or, like, above the tree line. So you can see past trees. Well, I mean, he didn't listen. He listened, but he didn't hear what you wanted him to. Charlie always had thoughts somewhere else, and he was fitting your words together with whatever else he was focused on, like a collage? Oh, so is this maybe before we went out on the delivery that took us to the zero? It's funny though, I can kind of relate. Like sometimes you ever like explain something to somebody and like as you're explaining it, you're just like watching the words leave your mouth and just like bounce off of their head. Even though they're like totally receptive and listening, the words are just hitting them, and they're just fucking, they're just ricocheting. Like last night, my mom asked me like a technical question about uh, some some thing she had to do for her work on a computer, and I was like, I had like a moment where I had to just like pause myself, and I was like, okay, either I have to like, I had to ask myself, am I gonna try to explain what a server is right now? Is that what I'm about to do? But I just decided, you know, it's probably better I don't. Okay, truck will outlive us all. That's really ominous and also probably not true. Long drive, what makes you think so? And they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. Ah, yeah, so this is probably, yeah. This is like a... Act 3 is the prequel. The last act of Lisette's Antiques. The... She's forgetting a lot of words. Also, it kind of looks... She's cooped up in her bed, so... She's probably don't want to use the word death rattle. Probably want to use the word finale. I feel like death rattle would be a bit on the nose. Maybe. No, that's not the word. Oh, okay. So she's like, she's got some like mental degradation going on. Not particularly. I mean, it'll come to you. Just be reassuring. Seems inevitable there will start to be words that I lose forever. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Those boxes you set in the hallway, they're your clothes. You packed them yesterday. Oh, she doesn't remember that. Or I should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure. Oh, that's funny. The dialogue is actually being said. It's actually being read. That, like, faint, like... he's actually reading the lines. It's just being intentionally, like, inaudible. Okay. Ooh, is this a nightmare? Where's your brick sandwich, Conway? Oh, and now he's got the leg of the... Yeah, he's got the leg of the laser skeleton. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So he has this leg now because now he's taken on debt from his treatment of his leg. I see. He drank the debt whiskey. Well, metaphorically, I think he drank the debt whiskey. I don't. I mean, unless the doctor was using fucking whiskey as a painkiller, which is not particularly effective. I was dreaming. Oh yeah, Neripnol. That's what. Yeah. Any patients reported a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? Yeah, I guess so. Been about 2 hours. Okay. Feel like I got some rest. How's your leg feeling? Yeah, it feels like lasers. Well, saying this isn't my leg, that's kind of like a literal thing, because, like, he's in, you know, he's in debt for this leg, which, man, it's kind of like saying it isn't his. Although that's kind of not entirely accurate, because I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure there's ever been a history of doctors, like, taking legs back. or other fixed... Actually, he didn't even get, like, a replacement leg, did he? He just had it, like, he broke something, because he got crushed by rocks. That is, in fact, a thing that has happened. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's, like, a thing that's happened. Some fucking quack doctors from back in the day. I'm sure. But I don't imagine that that's, like... I don't imagine that was a standard practice. At least for, like, you know, repairs. Yeah, the repo man coming for limbs. It seems better, but it wasn't worth it. Of course it was worth it. You've got work to do, right? Your delivery. The last delivery. Wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two, regardless. Thank you, doctor. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. Should have plenty of resting time up soon. Gonna die. Vacation or, you know, unemployment. Expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Don't immerse it fully in water, damn. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions? Good advice in any kind. I mean, sure, yeah. I was gonna say they could, like, smell it. How often do I clean it? Once a month? Okay. Of course, have a doctor examine and recalibrate it every 12 months or so. Recalibrate? Recalibrate is not a word I would expect to be used for a leg that has been, like, repaired. Have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. The payment. That's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill. Now that Consolidated Power Company bought my employer, they handle everything. Ah. Yeah, so these are the artificial... Man, they had to amputate his leg after it was crushed by some rocks? That's fucking rough. I mean, I guess, you know, that's not unreasonable. And the power company owns... Okay. It all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or, and this is important, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. Oh, joy. Will experience any side effects of Neuripnol. TM. Lucid daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. I can't imagine an aged man about to be unemployed feeling any sense of lateness. I don't know where that would come from. And yeah, 15% is a lot. Nothing to be alarmed about. Cheers. I mean, you know, I mean, maybe they, yeah. I mean, maybe they don't think an abstract sense of lateness is like a concerning side effect. I don't know. I would be pretty fucking concerned about it. But you know, this is the this is where you know this is the zero.
Contract completed.
Oh, baby.
Thanks, Evolved. How are the drugs treating you? I don't like to take medicine. No, it's good for you. He's a doctor, right? Well, I mean, you ever heard of opioids, Shannon? Folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs and small patches before something or other would get contested. We learned just to pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. Ah, yeah. The cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle. Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. In a set of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. So maybe she has heard of opioids. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help. They had pretty good healthcare through the university for a while there. A couple times they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. High school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions, mind racing. Like 5 conversations going on in her head at once, and you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? But she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school, too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. That sounds dangerous. It seemed pretty harmless at first. I guess that's why I kept going with it. One day I was sitting on my bed, my notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remembered this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. Oh, I thought she was talking about the pen holding being a moment. Tiny nothing more. My mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound. Cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. Parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there at the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Damn, that's crazy. I know a guy who once sold his ADD meds in middle school. Made a pretty penny, I won't lie. I mean, like, so he told me. I didn't go to the same middle school as him, so I don't know. I don't know the dog. Must be talking to the dog. Yeah, it's a side hustle and a half. And it was not that uncommon from like, it wasn't, not at the school that I went to, but from what I heard from the other school, it was not, that kind of thing was not uncommon. At my school, it was just like, well, at the school I was going to on like the native reservation, it was just like football players like putting spikes in various spots to like fuck other football teams up on the field and booze, but I don't recall much beyond that. And again, that was just like 3rd grade. I don't feel much rested myself. I lied about resting. Yeah, it was actually kind of funny when I moved schools from that school on the reservation to like a one closer to like a city. It was really funny hearing people on the football team talk about when they had a matchup against the place I used to go to, because they would like be dreading it. Not that they would be like afraid of losing, but they played rough. They loved a bit of contact, a bit too much. We'll get a break. Maybe tomorrow, huh? So what's the plan? Oh god, what is the plan? Well, I guess we still have to make the delivery. Back to the 0, I guess? Oh, right. I guess we have those files. Let's go ask at the gas station. Go see, what's his face? I don't remember his name. Did we just have this kid with us now? At least we're moving at full speed again. That's nice. Ooh, the water reflections are... That's good. Wow, this is a big area. I don't... Whoa, we're the kid now. Hello? Flora? Those people like your new family? I think we're friends. Don't have any friends because I'm so busy. Bet it's not raining anymore. You make that boat? Pull it out of some paper from the front desk. How far do you think it will go? Sit here and watch until it disappears over the horizon with a far-off look in our eyes. Lean my head on your shoulder, and right when it's a tiny speck, just before it vanishes, you'll say something romantic. No. I should go. Stonewalled are so bad. Yeah, well, you know. I pulled the same strategy on dates. Just like, you know, after having like dinner or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, we could do this again sometime. It was a good talking to you. Oh yeah, totally. But like, you'll never see me again. And then I just walk out the door. I just lean forward and I go, I'm wanted in 45 states, and then I just walk out. The gas station. Oh, the truck engine dies. Bruh. I knew the truck wouldn't outlive us all. A tree. Well, that is a down tree. Can you take a look at it? Ooh. This is why you always leave your truck running. It's just first time it's just died like this. Is that champagne? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Lucky boot collision and towing. That seems trustworthy. Large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Old truck that just stalled out. That's what confusion sounds like, by the way. This is Lucky Boot Collision Towing, right? A friend gave me your card. Open 23 hours a day. Oh? Yeah, that's why I'm calling. Exactly. That's all. That's okay. We just need to get it to an auto shop and get this taken care of. Maudlin? The fuck does that mean? Maudlin. I'm out. I'm Googling this. Maudlin. Maudlin. Effusively sad or full of self-pity. Extremely sentimental. I see. Particularly when drunk. Yeah, there may have been like a good like 90 milliseconds where I read this as malding. Maybe. I won't say whether or not that did or didn't happen. Oh, well, I'm very sorry to interrupt that, but it might be neighborly. We already ate. They offered to. Okay. Okay, placate. Is it a storm or something? How long do you think you'll be? Silence. There's a time to kill. Well, we can look over the road map again. Ah. Where'd you get that old map anyway? It's always just been in the truck. Oh, must have grabbed it at a gas station somewhere along the line. Or maybe they threw it in the glove box at the dealership. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. And for Remedios saw me looking at it, and I guess. And a few days later, she gave me a map she'd brought from Colombia. It's almost hand-painted, deep, vibrant colors and rough border lines like anxious brushstrokes. Really pretty. Slowly trace the coastline with my finger like I was walking on the beach and say, well, here we'll swim, here we'll start a fire, here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go and live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. A game of Caravan? Oh, God. Are you bored? Are you? Yeah, most of the time. What do you mean you're bored? You got a tree. If you're a kid and you've got a tree, especially a tree that's this low, you cannot be bored. I mean, there's even like there's even power lines down here. That's that's awesome. That's perfect for a child to play with. 20 questions. Yeah, all right, let's play 20 questions. Okay. Is it alive? No, that was a pause. Can I see it with my eye? Yes. Would I recognize it if I saw it? It would look like something you'd recognize. Okay. Is it bigger than a dog? No, a dog is bigger. Except for one of those really little dogs. Okay. The specific size. What? That's all the questions. That's not 20, that's like 4. I get a few more. Wasn't counting, but I'm pretty sure that was 20. Is it? It's smaller than most dogs. You would recognize it if you saw it. You can see it with your eyes. It's not alive. Technically not alive. Is it a nest? Pretty small nest. Like made for a small bird. It's empty and it's nighttime and it just rained. Fell out of the tree and now we're putting it back together. Then we'll take it apart again. I was all ready for those questions. I would have had more fun with the dog. I play 20 quite. Oh, he's talking to the dog. Damn. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? I don't mind. I have a lot to think about. Yes, I always do. I'm a thinker, all right. Oh, where's my... The fuck? Trees. I guess this is our crew coming to fix the truck. What's to recognize? Just a bunch of trees. Oh, Junebug. Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel. You can't hear shit on a motorcycle. You're not gonna hear the... Well, I mean, you'll hear wind, but it's just blowing past your fucking ears. Doesn't seem so quiet right now. How far out are we? I don't know, 20 minutes? Damn. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. Can you play on this record? This is Dee Dee's record. Dee Dee, that guy's out of control. We should do a set with him. He's a creep. He's a weirdo. What time is it? You got a timing circuit. Yours is more accurate. Or he's gonna flip out. Relax, cricket. Play that keyboard. I'll figure out the rest. Hmm. You know, we're already late, so we'd better keep moving. I just mean, what's another few minutes? Fine, just for a few minutes. Maybe they're not busy. Yeah, okay. So this isn't who we called, but they're coming back anyway, I think. Maniacs. Fine. Hey, we're in a hurry. Where do you think they were headed? Where are any of us? Yeah, that's fair. He's wicked with strangers. I like how the dog acts as like the ambassador. You didn't have to stop. We have a tow coming. Hear that, Cricket? We didn't have to stop. Why did we stop? Because, folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation, so... Well, we thought you were stopping to help. Sure, sure, something like that, okay. Got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? How do we strike you? Probably from space. You always said you fell from heaven, ma'am. Otherworldly. Another question, do you like music? Oh, God. You like jazz, yeah. Sometimes I like to leave the radio dialed between stations. So, of course you do. I see. You should come to our gig. Well, we're waiting for a tow. Tow, I won't hear about it. This time of night, you'll be kicking your heels till dawn. We'll fix your truck up. Me and Johnny are a couple of regular gearheads. I just put a new cylinder block in this baby over here. The Sloth on Wheels. So we call our bike. We call it the Sloth. Yes, okay. Because it's too tired. Boo. You fixed up quick so you can come to the gig. See, we have a regular booking tonight, and, well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told him. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. If we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. I have 1 song prepared for the set. It better be a fucking, like, 30-minute drone rock epic. But I get the feeling that it isn't, because there's 2 of them. Or maybe it is. I guess it could be. Oh, Conway's on board. We really don't have time. Yeah, it doesn't even matter what we say. Hungry old... How does everybody recognize the dog as Old Man? After all, it's so late. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gigs at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. Over there by the Charlie Moran Highway. East off 65. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. Do like the petting zoo. So wasn't don't remember the name. It just slid over me. But it feels like the bar they're referring to is the bar from that like play sequence. The little interlude. Off 65 on the petting zoo. There's the burning tree. Oh, there's the petting zoo. It's closed. Bastard. After the petting zoo? Around the petting zoo. Well, there's one right there. Well, maybe it was this right. Yeah, because the petting zoo's right there. Tavern. Sir, do I have any tea left? I do. For my own damn drink. I don't need a bar. Doesn't feel right. Feels like a deep pit. Like a snare. Or with those clouds. There's a lot of like that like square abstract imagery that's kind of like weaseled in. I remember seeing a lot of that by when we examined the TV. We looked at like that barn, that one house. This is one of those places. Go on in. We're not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? Lovely. And who said it? A poet. Gonna walk right past. Sandwich. Brick sandwich? Rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. So, I guess the theatrical performance thing was like a recreation of this bar then. Because this does not look the same as the set. Although maybe time has passed since then. I don't know. Goggles. Bulky set of black goggles sit on the end of the table next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Perhaps the goggles of a barfly observer? Who do you think it belongs to? Wherever they are, they're gone now. Been pretty tanked to leave it behind. This thing looks expensive. Yeah. I don't remember the goggles being there, but I guess the barfly was just wearing them. Oh, yeah, there's the music machine. The noise machine. I'll talk to the bartender. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Yeah, it's the same dude. Wait, is it the same dude? I think Harry was his name. I got any coffee going? Yeah, okay. No, yeah, it's the same dude. He keeps abbreviating goddamn as GD. But all the other people are gone. Interesting. Can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just for waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everybody had to clear out, eh? Nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay. Too late. Brought people. A crowd is forming. Couldn't you use a break, Harry? Yeah, you've been on your feet all day. But nothing. There's some weird, like, bionic sound going on here when... I think that's Junebug moving? It's either... It's one of those two. What are you doing, kid? Oh, no. I don't know how to play this game. Ah. You ready for hardcore hypnotic dance music? I'm not sure what to expect here. I can't help but notice they don't have any instruments. Are they gonna beatbox? More reverb in the monitors? Oh no, they're gonna beatbox, aren't they? Anybody had a real bad night? Yep. About to make it too much worse. Song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Oh god. Me and Johnny were out here just riding around. To drive around? That's my job. Of course you do. That's why this gaudy old tavern is a real dive, busted up facade, weeds in the parking lot, taps all dry, bats in the bar room. Yeah, that's... Play the song, please. So glad to be back here at the lower... Yeah, okay. There was this lady singing right here on the stage, and the song she sang, well, it stuck with us, and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. Too late to love you. What if this is this? There was like an option for Conway to mention that, what's her face? Lisette had done like some singing at bars or something, right? So what if this is one of those songs and that they heard it from her? What a coinky dink that would be. My bar! What the fuck? Oh, there's the instrument, okay. Dude, he's only got like an octave and a half on that keytar. Oh, lyrics. Wish we'd met before. Oh shit, there was real singing. Clever pitch bend. This is not Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. Yeah, it's a shame. At least not yet. Where's the keytar solo? This man doesn't shred on this keytar. Where did the moon go? Too late for the moon. Okay, sure. I wonder what would have happened if I would have just picked nothing. I guess things would have just kept looping probably until I picked something. All right. Are you sobbing, Harry? Say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Wrapped. Yes, the usual fee is about right, and then we'll let you get back to your business. Ah, they cleaned me out. Anyway, can you point us toward the 0, please? What are you doing? You don't like the 0? It's fine. We've been to the 0 before. You know, another way to Dogwood Drive, actually? That would be even better. Yeah, okay. The 0 it is. A radio in the car? Yeah. Take a left out of the parking lot, then just fiddle around on your dial till you hear something familiar but strange. Hmm. Hmm. Familiar but strange. You'll know it when you hear it. I don't know why this story that he's telling about the going hunting in the mountains and then seeing the mountains on TV. I don't know why that reminds me, like, I remember specifically the first time I saw, like, an HD TV playing, like, something in HD. And it was an episode of iCarly. And, like, I have this very distinct memory of being at my friend's house and seeing, like, this HD version of iCarly on TV. And it was like they were at, like, you know, the living room house set on that show. And I was like, this is a set. This is not a house. I don't know why. Just seeing it on a big TV in HD just made me immediately, like, recognize, like, this is fake as hell. What the fuck? Not that it, like, you know, ruined my immersion in iCarly. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial. Drive for a bit, then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Motherfucker sardonic again. Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, it feels like half of this game is just like ramblings that you would hear at like a fucking, like, an assisted living home, where it's just a bunch of people who are cooped up who have, like, no one other than the people that they, like, already kind of are familiar with to talk to. And so, like, when you kind of you know, penetrate that bubble, suddenly it's like it's time for them to unleash every story they can remember from their lives. I guess I can use the radio now. Gotta go until I hear something familiar but strange. I'm gonna check the AM stations. No, that's too familiar. There's someone talking in there. Oh. Station doesn't quite match that bartender's description. Definitely weird, though. Let's keep scanning so we know when we heard it. That was none. The station should just be Reaper noises. Nah, that's too familiar. Oh. Sounds like horses. Horses running? Ah, here we go. Satnira had some horses years back. I don't hear the horses, but I've always been a little afraid of them. They're so big, and I don't know, the look in their eyes, and they're almost human. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, I've told the story on stream before about how I got punched in the face by a horse, right? I think, that's well documented. I don't really have a fear of horses, but I can understand. Awesome number station? Oh, that would be good, yeah. Human and animal at the same time, so they've been domesticated for so long? Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, there's drive till it cuts out. Okay, I did it. Why can't I hear the motorbike behind us? Oh, back on the 0. Looking for good old Dogwood Drive. Hall of the Mountain King. That's a song. Or a piece, rather. Was there nothing on the rest of this? Okay, I guess to the Hall of the Mountain King we go. Actually, isn't the piece called, like, In the Hall of the Mountain King or something? I don't know. It's part of my music history course that I kind of expelled from my memory. Most of that classical stuff just kind of washed over me. Dog? They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Never have. They need to invest in infrastructure. May as well walk. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Time to cut him loose, man. You bored? It's just a slow night anyway. I'm happy just tagging along. Okay. Rope. Loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Computers. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Okay. Pet carrier. Oh, sweet. For my old-ass dog. Pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. The calcified rag wadded in the corner may have once been a blanket. Got a bonfire going up here? Or a forest fire? Hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna see a naked man? Like, prostrating before this fire. Actually, wait, is that a person? Pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Oh yeah, there's a person. Amy. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart, while really you're in love with a young woman as well, and you've agreed to help him conspire to win, and you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. Junebug's into it. Well, maybe I still have the knack. Like a disc copy of Knack? I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, bodice-ripping stuff. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. I'm not sure you should be listening to this. I'm not listening. Fair. Suddenly, it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that, inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ah! I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. Then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. You don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. Sounds like she's describing like a self-learning algorithm. You're off hours, you played Doom. Yeah, it seems like the better choice, to be honest. Woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Yeah, you do that. Oh, it's an old man. Are you Donald? He is. On a pipe. Did we startle you? Thought you might be one of them. Matching all their spy holes. We keep the lights dim and the motors running softly. We route the smoke out through... What were we talking? We're a bit lost, actually. Stay off that road? Yeah, I mean... Happens. Brings you back to this cave? Always back to this spot. It's a prison, an irrational prison. Yeah, I noticed that it looped. Which it did not really before. This is where my life's work is, the computer, right on the other side of the spire. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot. Or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively. In some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. That's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffuse-based transistor circuitry? Sounds like it would short circuit. Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others. And it grows in non-linear, chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through simple application of classical horticulture. We can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. We are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late, always too late. You were about to tell us about the software? My life's work, Xanadu. Xanadu. Isn't Xanadu like the god in Scientology that drops into like the sun or like no, it like fell into like a volcano or some shit in like the origin of Scientology as written by LaRon Hubbard? Isn't that or no? Is that Xenu? That's Z. Yeah, that's Xenu. Sorry, my bad. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative, and Post-Structural Witness. Hypertextual Narrative and as Post-Structural Witness? Kind of sounds like a description of the game. Also, the volcano was him loading a bunch of Thadans into a plane and dive bombing them into volcanoes, which he then nuked. I forgot about the nuke part. Yeah, I don't, that has been forever since I've since I've skimmed the Scientology Wikipedia page. Evolved and then deteriorated. Afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted, then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Your project Chatology? Damn. Yeah, that was some shit. Junebug's just like, not really. At the peak of my life. I drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Shuffling around the dusty ghosts of antiquity. What is this game? It is a point-and-click text adventure. Adventure feels like the wrong words because it's very obtuse and weird and abstract, and it's odd. Is it good? I don't know. I'm in Act 3 right now, and I think there's like 5, 6. I don't dislike it. It's pleasant. I don't know like how I'm still like there's bits and pieces that like make sense. But collectively the puzzle is still pretty unclear and unsolved. And I'm not sure that it will ever be solved in the way that you might expect like a traditional narrative, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that means, however you might want to define that. I'm not sure it makes sense or will make sense in that way. Maybe it will, I don't know. But so far it's very strange. People in this game talk like it's almost sometimes they talk, sometimes it's almost like they're monologuing at each other. And it feels very intentional. It doesn't feel like that's like an oversight, like in some writing. And it is also very pretty. Yeah, this fire is sick. I see you, Kith. Keeps Ghost in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. So what, it's like gone rogue or something? Maybe rogue's the wrong word. But based on how he described it, it sounds like Xanadu's some like deep learning system or something that's like beyond external influence. Of these types of text obtuse games, what would my favorite be? I mean, if you count Disco Elysium as that, I mean, Disco Elysium is a fairly like it has its moments where it's quite abstract, but Disco Elysium still has like a pretty forward like literal narrative. Just like beneath it, it also has like a ton of shit going on. So I guess Disco Elysium would be my favorite. Other than Disco, shit, I don't know. I'm trying to think of games that are like similar to this game. I'd have to check my Steam library. I don't feel like doing that at the moment. Yeah, Disco Elysium is pretty surgical with the plot, yeah. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting my... He's talking to himself. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? Spooky for a baby. It's a mess. A catastrophe. Or the site of some ancient catastrophe, anyway. Sure, the evidence is all around us. What's burning on the fire? Mysterium tremendum. Sends the shadows scattering momentarily. Lights the mouths of unseen tunnels. Fire is constantly reshaping my... Close your eyes. Not happening. What are the computers for? Writing on them, I described a cave. That was my job. Describe the cave. It's a great history of caves in the literature. Walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. Isn't that vivid? It had a lot to live up to. Huh. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer, and I've put in the hours, believe me. I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? It could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. It's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. Honestly, I can relate. Only dream of caves. I mean, who doesn't like a good cave? A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down the far side of the spire. Let's see. We'll go see the Xanadu. Oh my god, there's more people. The kingdom is in peril. Oh boy, more riddles. He laughs. You work here? Gather old circuit boards and throw them into the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry. Talismans. A magic mirror that prevents the future. Magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... Never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. Oh, yeah, you sound like one. The public library is like a beachcomber. I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed the leathering elbows of academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into the senescence. The kingdom is in peril. Okay. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. Closet-sized wall of knobs and wires loom behind the machines, humming faintly. Electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Oh, time to turn it on. A hand crank. What is a run key? Oh, a key that we presumably need to get from someone? Oh, no? Okay. Oh, run key is in like a key on the keyboard, not like a physical key. Wow. I don't know why I immediately went to a physical key. I'm getting HAL 9000 vibes. Yo, we playing Zork? Yo, we are playing Stork. Stork? Zork. What the fuck? The switches do anything? Just flip switches. Help. It does not. I don't think it recognizes the command help. Damn. I guess we probably wouldn't have. Probably wouldn't have recognized just house as a word either. Lula? Lula? It's trying to load Kentucky Route. It did look like it was like... It did look like it was like almost mapping the 0 for a second. But now it just kind of looks like a fucked up oscilloscope. Portable de-gausser. Yeah, sure, use it. Please. All of the mountain gink. Well, I don't know if that's quite right. It's not called, I'm not sure anything. Send a key to quit. Okay. Hmm. was kind of a long sequence for us to, like, potentially come back to it after talking to Donald. D don't, 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 uh... Is there a way for it to come all the way around? Well, he's standing right there. There we go. Oh, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? It's pretty busted. Rocky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? I mean, not really. Positively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. It began to crumble when the strangers came. First, we only heard them walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Miners, what he's describing. What were they working on? Didn't be telling you. Lula Chamberlain? Yeah, we're looking for her. Ah, I see. The trio built it. Right, okay. Donna, yes. So we had that, like, we heard that one flashback tape in that fucking exhibit with fucking Lula and Joseph and Donald. And they went into that cave. And now this is that cave. And they were carrying a computer equipment on their backs, too. Okay. Lula's still in Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now or how to get there from here. Xanadu before its ruin was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until, but maybe. Those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. Push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness, watch your step. Ooh, a graveyard. Wait, this is where we come out? Well, let's look inside the church. Ezra wants to say, has it? Okay, I won't even ask. Yeah. Yeah, look for lizards. Oh. For Ezra, okay. Epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Robert Yang, generous disposition will be missed. Note. Somebody's sniffing corpses. Robert Burgess and Alan Twig. I think you two would really have liked each other. Weird finish. Maybe it's a description of a coffin? The wood on the coffin had a weird finish. Ben Siverson always had a far-off look, probably still does. It's kind of a fucked up epitaph. Aftertaste of rainwater. Sam Crisp or Alec Kolskar. Kolksar. Sweet and funk. What the fuck? Somebody's like making candles or something? Kevin Hill would have wanted it this way. Maple turpentine. Susan Dwyer should have said something. Sense of foreboding. That's not a smell. Unknown. Seemed reasonable. Easy on the nose. I wasn't really looking for lizards. Nice cover story. Why do you dress like a punk? I mean, probably because she kind of, I don't know, she's post-punkin'. Is that guy your boyfriend? That's a good question to ask. Nah. The boyfriend anyway. It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. It means something. It's specific. I'm lonely. Not for... okay. Where did he go anyway? You just gotta make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half-foot shorter and all gray, no eyes. Oh, so... is that why there's, like, mechanical sounds whenever she moves? She actually, like, part machine? Or just straight up a machine? I feel like that's not the case, but maybe it is. We're going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. Knew we weren't miners. Sounds like that could have been the mine that we went to before. We slipped out onto the road with just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. Feel more like myself every day. Feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Oh, there, now you're getting specific. 8. How'd the spooky church go? It wasn't. Doesn't matter. Okay, they got what they need, apparently. Robot punk uprising. I'm down. I don't even remember what we're looking for Lula. We didn't find Lula in there, did we? Or no, we were trying to find like the people who fucked up the thing. The weirdos. Found the strangers know how to fix your damn machine. Oh, okay. It says you need to unplug it for a while. That sounds accurate. Unplug it and plug it back in. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna give it the old college try. And everybody walks at like gallows pace. I guess not all the time, but like in here and in like buildings, they walk at fucking gallows pace. I just have to wait for this to rotate. Can hold. Just unplug it and wait a minute. Yep. Oh boy. Oh, should I have done that? At end of road. Ah. Alright, so we're playing Zork again, for real this time. Standing at the end of a road for a small brick building. Around you is a forest. We gotta check out the building. Also, there should be a mailbox here somewhere. There's a lantern. Storage shed for the National Park Service. Sensible modern electric lantern nearby. Yoink. You cannot enter the forest. Oh. Yeah, I guess, yeah. That's how Zork works as well. Open forest with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? That's a good question, actually. Man. Can we dig a hole? Whack. The maze. Oh. East. What is here? Soldering replacement components and a small handmade radio. We should talk to her. I don't know, I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Willa hands you the radio. Joseph is here. There's the other person, the other crew. Here we go. Small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. Small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Transcribing your footsteps sounded like... long, weary song, drearily gone, dearly gone. Noting that down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. Maybe it's me being melancholy after all. Are you sure you're being melancholy and not sardonic? I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. East. And that do be a hole. The edge of a massive hole, the dirt gives way to a rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Shine the lamp. That seems... Oh, we yell to see if there's pirates. Please allow us this game. That's good enough. No response. No pirates confirmed. Pirates honor. They would have said there if they were there. Sorry, kid, you're batting 0 today. Yeah, it's tough. But we do know there's no pirates. Lamp? Lamplight reaches only a few yards down the hole, where the rock is coated in slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Lean in? Too slick to climb, lose your footing and fall to it. Oh, we died. I mean, I guess the same thing probably would have happened if we tried to directly go down into it. Score was 0 out of a possible 8192. You don't get points for picking up the lamp? Man. What? You may continue or quit. How do they not give you points for picking up? I talk to people too. Use the rope. We had rope? I guess we had rope. Feet slip a few times, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. Isn't this what happened on the tape? Am I tripping? In bed quilt. Bed quilt, the name of the cave? You were in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. I guess that's the name of the cave. Just flew to remove the computer equipment, begin setting up. Last trip, so everything's down here now. Set up the gear. Set the up above. Lula expensive. Ask her where the treasure is. If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I know you think this environment will help our project, get us in touch with a deep romantic reference for some kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was more comfortable in our lab. University picked the worst time to cut our funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were getting really close to something. Something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know, to live, work here together. Yeah, in a fucking cave in the middle of the woods. I mean, it's definitely more of like, it feels more like a, you know, a site that you might go to rather than a place that you like I feel like if you're working out of a cave somewhere, you're probably like your day is probably waking up in your house, driving to like either the cave or like outside of the cave, and then like going down and going to work. Or maybe even stopping by like the university first. Who fuck knows, but yeah, I mean, fuck it, live in a cave. Ask her about the cave. Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustic. I mean, it's a cave. Earlier as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices singing. Some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. Miners? Jealous. I'll assemble a synthesizer, but I could use some help with a serial interface. Sure, let's help Lula. Wait. Oh, Joseph asked for our help. Whoops. Thanks, Sonic. I can never remember which color. I guess they both asked for help. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings? Maybe some old pottery shards when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves to... You know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils, sadder than animal remains. You might come across a petrified mollusk or partial dinosaur footprint, and we say there was a point of contact here where our body touched the earth, and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway. And I don't think we would say that. Maybe the first part we'd say, but maybe the other part we don't really like. Maybe you think that unconsciously. And that's the end of it. Suppose I shine my lantern onto one of these walls. And I see a crude painting, thousands of years old, 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed. Hope, a relationship, or a moment, worry, maybe, a regret. Sounds like she just wants to make a cave painting. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting, this dangling copy with no original. Interrupted by the ominous echo of grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. Gotta look. In the tunnels. It's funny because this is being like rendered on an oscilloscope basically. So this looks just like the 0, but it's a tunnel. And the 0 is not a tunnel, I guess. Or no one describes it as a tunnel. Rushing down the tunnel. I bet Ezra's fucking loving this. Kind of boring. Oh yeah, I guess Ezra maybe not be like... As a kid who rides around on a giant eagle, may not be the most book smart or interested in reading stuff. I'm really good at that anyway. Tunnel narrows and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rocks give way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens to a large room. Crystal room. Is this the... Are these like the electro skeleton, like the electro debt skeletons? Kind of looks like them. With crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems to... Oh, maybe this is just supposed to be normal people, but they just happen to look like that. I'll listen. When he reaches for a box, he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible that slows to a deep gurgle. Looks to his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph just runs. Fair. Lula also runs. Follow Joseph. Joseph scrambles. What happened to Lula? Yeah, we gotta look for her. Can't see any... Oh, right. Yes, go find her. No, we have to move back in the other direction. No sign of Lula now. You should leave. I'm not sure I'm getting any closer to getting a higher score than 0. Search for it. Damn you, Zork logic. Down one of the tunnels. We select a tunnel at random. I don't know if you should. You should have specified like the northeast tunnel that she went down. Equipment. Angular shadows scan slowly across the pile. Yeah, no, it's looking at the equipment. Oh, Lula. Shit. There she is. Got lost out there in the tunnels. For a while, I thought everyone was running in circles or some kind of labyrinth. Every rocky wall and floor looked the same. Finally, I ended up here. Heard voices, but that I wasn't sure. Not after what I've seen. While I was out there, I spent some time on the 0. Oh, shit. It's different than what we've heard. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church. The most vivid memory is a parade of... My most vivid memory is a parade of images, like a waking dream or a slide lecture I'll never understand. It's funny, this kind of reminds me, to go back to the fucking Disco Elysium again. This kind of reminds me of how people describe the experience in Disco Elysium of walking into the fucking... Well, not walking into, literally. Although I guess apparently you can do that. Going into the fucking Pale and just experiencing shit. But this is different because this is like a place apparently people do things and live regularly. Television, scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. What's up with Joseph? Oh, he's just creeped out about the 0. There's a cathedral. You gotta be so damn fascinated. Why you always gotta... He's leaving. Get back on track. We're the leader of this project. Yeah. He'll die in these damn dull, cold caves. What about those men? Start a fire. Find you, but not me. I'm going back. Man, Joseph. Yeah, okay. Take my station wagon and headed down the 0. Take us with you. I need this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail. Then you can see what your damn machine does. Yeah, that's exactly what she said in the tape that was at the museum. Huh. Abandoned by your collaborators, confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like a beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Being sardonic again. Vain. My Aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter. Mostly nudes and oil. She had this model. I'll never forget, a big, classically physical guy. Looked like he was about to storm Troy. Made everyone call him the Colonel. He started a fucking chicken restaurant? Always saw him naked. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. Magnificent hair, long black hair that just ran down the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was standing next to an open window in the bed. He was standing next to an open window, butt-ass naked. Sun was setting early spring. It was kind of windy. Trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it like half in front and half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across the chest in a very specific way. Just shuffle. The wind from the open window would push it around. Final product was a swirl of black lines. Yeah, I feel that. That's basically what I experience when I am in a car and like the windows are down and I'm not wearing a beanie. You're fucking slapped by your own hair. Oh, hey, and then there's the place. After what may have been years, you stumble out of the tunnel to a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. The center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you'll set up your equipment and establish your legacy. My god. Now is the time to continue your work. Realism index 37%, romance index 2%, mold coverage 0. May hire, assign, or sleep. Oh fuck. It's just become another game entirely. Hire. Hired Greg. Hire. We're expanding. Damn. Make Greg transcribe. Sleep. %9 mold. What does Rick do? Studies library sciences? That's also transcription. Let's go. 1. We'll have the other do speculation. That's work. Oh, Weaver. One. And we'll just have the other do speculation. Intruders. Oh, the mold's gone. Cheers, intruders. Trying to quit and start over. Weaver makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. That's impressive. Weaver is gone because she followed the strangers into the tunnels. Okay. Forgot to hire a new assistant. Mature mistake. We need 2 debuggers. We should try to start over. It's like, man, I don't. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we got stuff to do. A rhetorical question. Eat the lamp. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you hear the uncanny echoes of their voices. Years pass, mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment. Yeah, okay, this all checks out. A narcotic perfume. Outsiders. Oh. Is Lula here now? Like, not in-game. God, scene 10. So many scenes. There she is. Really did go deeper into the caves. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half. Looking for you. Oh. Just pass the address data. How long does this take? Okay. Grid. Okay. Back to the bureau. Counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around. To the gate. Walk it up. Down, please. I forgot we left what's-his-face down here. Johnny, right. There's a bunch of computers. Okay, counterclockwise. Cat carrier. I'm going clockwise. Let me double check. Oh, actually, should I be looking for the 0? I'm kind of on it, though, aren't I? Back where I just was. I'm looping. I'm a little lost. I'm not afraid to admit it. Ah, thanks. That's very convenient. Good to be back, I guess. Conway? You good? Okay, he's having a moment. Please let me spam this bell. Oh, okay. Hey. I see. Any word on the address? Well, it just came in. That's good. Cross-reference the results. Comprehending mail stop, the Echo River route. Ah, take a ferry. Oh, you're going somewhere. To get packing. Feeling impulsive. I'd like to be ready. Good old nomad life, I guess. Still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Big, ugly iron thing. See that cat over there? Think she'd eat some bread? No, more for you, old man. Well, nah, actually, we'll leave a crust or two behind. Feed the cat. Oh, yeah, I guess... Yeah, they never talked about what happened in the church. Flashback time? Ah. Oh. Right. We're gonna head to herd them out. I guess it's not really herding, it's just telling them where to go. Oh, is it actually replaying exactly what I did as the kid? That's actually pretty cool. I think it is. That is exactly what I did. Floor. Church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. Homemade apparatus for the production of moonshine, assembled from scavenged metal and natural materials. Strangers, he kept saying. It is kind of vague. In the mine, I didn't want to talk about what'd you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. Kind of horrible. Told you she disappeared suddenly, ran away, but you thought she was dead. And the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. He just spoke. There was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. Yeah, so she's describing basically exactly what happened to Conway. Yeah, it's real dusty in a mine. Must have been the wind. Oh. We're going to hell? Never mind, I guess this is true. Oh, these are like the fucking electroskeletons. So, okay. Oh, I'm playing as it. Okay. Directly draw. That goes in there. Oh, this is the same thing it did in like the simulation. Doolittle. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I gotta say, of all the things I've played thus far, somehow I wasn't expecting to play as Skeleton Man. Or Skeleboy, yeah. Guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible. Is the job being an electroskeleton or holographic skeleton by that? Because it doesn't look like he's exactly the same. I mean, they both flicker in the same way, but he's like kind of a greenish. Maybe he's just old. You're looking for some information about an old computer. Do everything you need to know. Oh, how nice. Only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. Oh, he's a churchgoer? I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. First as we go. An old church? Bread? Oh, I have this button again. I actually don't know what that means. Oh, there's actual people down here. have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety, and just adjust your outfits a little bit. There's some protective headwear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. We don't wear glasses. Though that won't be an issue. Can't help but notice that they aren't wearing protective headwear. Like I'm supposed to be guiding these people, and this is not, I have no idea where I'm actually going. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. Really like old electronics. Where's Doolittle on the Fiend Foe scale? I mean, he seems pretty friendly, and he talks via, like, tape recording. Actually, wait, that's a Hotline Miami thing, isn't it? Maybe that makes him more foe than fiend, but I won't hold it against him. He seems like a swell set of bones. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Very easily. You just don't maintain it. Oops. Oh, do we get to drive? Oh, the shuttle. Here's the fleet. The fleet? Oh, I see. How big is this place? Learned a great deal over the years. Incredible to think, really. So maybe this is what, like, the... Well, no, the mine was being made as a mine. It's not like excavation for building a cave purposes. That was actually just to mine things. Yeah, we can't knock a fine... how many bones are in the human body? It's like... Oh no, I was about to say a number that was definitely wrong. 390 something? I don't think that's right. That number's definitely wrong. I know there's like a variation of like 1 by some like ear bone, but I don't actually know what the original number is. Mr. Bishop found in this operation was only about 1,800 square feet, and half of that or more was occupied by camouflage to keep the law out. Hiding out in the back of an old church, purifying spirits by handmade fire, a kettle and a dream. But the trucks are just easaways and shipping. You can become acquainted. Hello. Google says 206. That sounds right. Yeah, it's probably not probably not near 400. That would be about double. Okay. Sublime machinery. Oh, let's take a shuttle. Oh, we're driving. Finally, the game has begun. We're a skeleton, or like a holographic skeleton driving a little fucking cart. Now there's a truck. He's driving long hauls. Yeah, it would be interesting to have like an isometric like driving game where you just kind of like the whole thing plays out from that perspective. That would be cool. I guess it's not really, functionally it's not really that different from just like any like isometric movement system. At least with like, at least if you're just like navigating by mouse click. I guess you could map it to like WASD or something, but then again, that's kind of weird with isometric cameras. You can drive safely, can't you? Yeah, it's fine. I'm driving all my life. Who gives a fuck about Miguel? You pity ill-fated Miguel. Well, that lost product to be repaid. Bourbon and glass and dashed across the... Oh, so this is like a full-scale booze operation. The still upstairs in like the front church, or church front, I guess, was not really a... It wasn't deceptive, I guess. Doolittle starts the truck, switches on the CB radio. We're just hiring Conway. Pleased to meet you. Not really here for a job. Gotta pay the water bill, true. I mean, you are about to lose your job, Conway. That's maybe we should consider taking up a job as a skeleton. Headlights work fine, yep. Oh, yeah. Those headlights do work. Most of our product goes out at night. Ah, I see. Dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. Yeah, true. Sleep in the day? Ah, those that sleep. Yeah, that's fair. What are the skeleton benefits like? That's a good question. Yeah, is there a skeleton truck drivers union, perhaps? Headlights, pretty okay. How about the wipers, though? Uh-huh. I feel like they're just flexing that they decided to just animate all this shit on a truck. I mean, I'm about it, but seem to have a decent torch to them, eh? Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. That sounds like a policy that is not. I'm guessing there isn't a union here then. You watch the weather closely? I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Oh, climate control. That's a thing. I mentioned I rarely, if ever, leave our facility. I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. Where the wipers are fine. Yeah. Tires look fine. Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. Oh, he's having a flashback. The walls and ceiling were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee with a little sugar. Ah, I see. Flashback to Lisette. He listened. All the things that we try. Ooh, yeah, okay. Those people in the room were probably there by court order. Few others shared. They spoke in abstraction, but like a program of action, a good orderly direction. Spiritual but not religious. Religious but not spiritual. All the things we tried. And it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. Then he started walking. It was good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. Road ran by a creek for a while. An unforeseen detour where the creek and road parted, following the edge of the water. You skipped a few stones alone and stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was a kind of serenity, that wandering and looking without purpose. I'm going to rely on those moments. Never need to worry about shipping. Good, strong folks. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age. I mean, is it hard on the knees? I mean, I don't really have muscles, but I don't know. Maybe you do. You have to unload at the destination, but that's really do any lifting these days. Oh, a dolly and carrying strap. I mean, that's okay. Like a lot of work. Maybe I should have looked at all those flashback sequences, but no, I didn't. Truck's too important. How are we taking the interview over CB? Truck looks good. Two black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Dead for it. What? Listen to this. Silence. You said logistics was like up? Up here, I take it? There's a distillation. Oh, but maybe we go upstairs? Oh, actually, wait, can I go past this? No. Computers. Very sensitive devices. Around the formula through. What's the formula? Formula changed our lives. Years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Oh, yeah, okay. Compounding interest, reassessing amortization, leveraged asset distributions according to the nightly merit decay. A brilliant... Oh, someone. She stepped out of the... Lula? I see. Temperatures, pressures, what? Yeah, okay. What's a little screen for? XY monitor. Oscilloscope's an arcade game. Like antiquing with Lisette. Maybe. Good to have a passion, though. Does Conway have a passion? I don't even know. Guess we go down. God, there's so much here. No wonder they gave you vehicles. So I like this weird, like, trumpet song that just plays faintly when you're in this thing. It's very appropriate. Oh. Hmm. Right, shipping. Did I go all the way down this way? Maybe not. Docks? Milling? Caskets? Lumberyard. Oh. The game did not like that. Oh. Oops. Skeleton break room? Yeah. Pretty fiery caskets. The fuck? Huh? Cask. We build every cask by hand. Tradition, but I like to think our application of hands and hammers to the oak gives our stuff a kind of life. They look like coffins. Tradition too. I see. Clever. So I guess that's why all the tombstones up there had like kind of jokey, odd inscriptions, and epitaphs. Okay, there we go. So, like, at some point, at some point, these two come back out of the church. It's been, like, years down here. Where the water comes from, okay. Awfully loud. Oh. Mess hall. I was hoping I'd be able to make out what was on that TV. Oh, there's beds. Yeah, that was definitely the place for skeletons to hang out. Can I get logistics? Oh, we're back here. It's driving backwards. Oh, I can't go out that way. I'd like to see the accommodations. What bedding we can according to the formula. How many people work here? 30, 40? Oh yeah, so these so all these skeletons working down here are indebted. That's right. Huh. And they're working that, I guess it's kind of like, yeah, that's why there isn't a fucking union, because this is like indentured servitude. Just liberate the skeletons. Yeah, just start a skeleton revolution. They always said the skeleton war was coming. Oh, this is logistic. Right, okay. Well, that was a good tour. And one more thing. Oh, the old man in the cave, the moldy computer. Black mold is drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes. Ah. Some of it evaporates in the air. The angels share. Goes through the vents and out into the caves. Huh. Kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid. Now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Well, I gotta say, so far, Doolittle, swell chap. Really, unless he's about to, like, turn on us and, like, try to force us to stay here. Oh. Antique. An adding machine. A daily ritual to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Ooh. Now he's hired, huh? Customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Top of the shelf stuff, single barrel. Conway? Oh, I'm not moving my mouse, it's moving itself. I didn't click that. All right. Welcome aboard. Oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna take this well. As I indicated, this is top of the shelf stuff you're drinking out, isn't you? Oh, now he's gonna say it's... now he's gonna say he's indebted to the skeletons. You're in quite deep by my back-of-the-envelope estimations. We have that in common, all of us. You can start tomorrow. Of course, the interest begins to compound immediately. We'll go over the formula when you get here. Get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. So he just works there now. Okay. I mean, it was a very, yeah, it was a dick move by Doolittle. I get the feeling Conway might have, like, I don't know, maybe just don't show up. But, I don't know, with that leg, I don't know. Does he have a choice is the question. Just the way these things go, he says. There's our Left 4 Dead 2 escape boat. It's a fucking mammoth on the back? I don't imagine. Okay. That was a series of events. Do I want to keep going? No, I don't. I kind of feel like I have to take this game in like slightly smaller doses than I would other games because it's just so like, I don't know, dense. A lot of shit. Also like it's a lot of talking when I'm, you know, streaming this. I'll probably call that there for now. I'm like over halfway through. Okay. Exit the game. Yeah, so I guess we got like properly like Conway's like a little bit in debt, just a leg in, you know. He's done more than dip his toes, but he's not submerged. He's not underwater yet. And I guess Weaver's still kind of a mystery. Has something to do with TVs. And then, like the other thing that keeps coming up is like circuitry and like oh god, man, I forgot there was also like that whole fucking play sequence in the before the act started. Well, I guess it's another one of those themes coming up is like people like barely keeping their heads above water and like barely meeking out a meager say meeking out, I don't think that's a word. Making out a meager living. And then like in the in that like in the play sequence in the bar, I guess that was kind of like I guess that was like illustrating different perspectives on that. Cause like you had the old couple that's like a little like you had the lady, the mom, who was like uh cautiously optimistic because she actually I feel like her cautious optimism might have even just turned to like it might have turned around a little bit by the end because she had to reveal to her husband that like her promotion she was apparently getting at the grocery store was like a maybe eventually type promotion when she was already, I mean, she looked kind of old already. And her husband is just like super optimistic for like no reason. And then their daughter was like completely disillusioned with it all and was leaving for California. And I guess Conway's starting to get kind of entrenched in that now a little bit. He's not having like a reckoning like what happened. Uh but he's got a skeleton leg. he, he well, I guess that's just a human leg, but like you get the idea. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna go like fucking eat and do all the other things I was going to do. I guess I had this plan too. I didn't have a lot planned other than this. But there's stuff to be done.